The story of Tyler Henry is one that feels almost too intense to be real. On the surface, he became famous as a young psychic who amazed celebrities with emotional readings. But behind the fame, his life has been filled with shocking secrets, deep personal loss, and serious health struggles. One of the most unbelievable parts of his life came in 2019, when a simple DNA test changed everything his family believed to be true. His mother took an ancestry test expecting normal results, but instead, it revealed something shocking. She had been kidnapped as a baby, and the woman who raised her was not her real mother. Even worse, that woman was later connected to a violent crime involving murder. This discovery turned Tyler's understanding of his own family upside down. For someone who had spent years helping others uncover hidden truths, it was shocking that the darkest secret had been inside his own home all along. This moment alone would have been enough to change anyone's life, but for Tyler, it was only the beginning of a much deeper and more emotional journey. Tyler's life began in Hanford, California, where he was born in 1996. From the very beginning, his health was fragile. He was born 3 months early and faced several medical problems as a baby. As he grew older, doctors discovered that he had a brain cyst, a condition that could become very dangerous if not treated. Even as a child, Tyler always felt different, like something about him did not fit into the normal world around him. That feeling became stronger when he was just 10 years old. One night, he woke up suddenly with a strong sense of fear and ran to his mother's room, saying that his grandmother had died. At that exact moment, the phone rang, and the news was confirmed. His grandmother had passed away suddenly. This experience confused and frightened him deeply. He did not feel excited or special. Instead, he felt like something was wrong with him. He kept this experience to himself for years because he did not understand it. Growing up in a conservative and religious town made things even harder, as people around him were not open to things they could not explain. As Tyler entered his teenage years, life became even more difficult. He faced bullying at school because he seemed different from others. Classmates made fun of him and gave him hurtful names, pushing him into isolation. At the same time, he was also dealing with his identity as a gay teenager in an environment that did not offer much support or understanding. The pressure from all sides became too much, and eventually, he switched to homeschooling. Although this helped him escape the daily bullying, the emotional impact of those years stayed with him. Despite these challenges, Tyler worked hard and graduated early at the age of 16. During this time, his mother remained his biggest support system. She was the one person who made him feel safe and understood. However, even in that close relationship, there were secrets hidden beneath the surface that neither of them knew about yet. These early struggles shaped Tyler into someone who understood pain, loneliness, and fear, which later became a big part of how he connected with others. One of the most emotional chapters of Tyler's life came when he experienced love for the first time. He formed a close relationship with his best friend, Terry, who became his first romantic partner. Terry had survived brain cancer as a child, and being with him gave Tyler a sense of peace and normal life that he had never felt before. However, this happiness did not last long. Tyler began to feel a strong sense that Terry's cancer would return, and this feeling scared him deeply. Instead of sharing his fears, he started to distance himself from Terry, thinking it might protect him from the pain. Sadly, his fear became reality when Terry's cancer returned and became terminal. Terry passed away at a young age, leaving Tyler with deep grief and regret. What hurt him the most was not just the loss, but the way he handled the situation. He later admitted that he wished he had stayed closer to Terry during his final days. This regret stayed with him and became one of the most painful lessons of his life, showing him that knowing something painful in advance does not make it easier to handle. Soon after losing Terry, Tyler faced serious health challenges of his own. At the age of 18, he began experiencing severe headaches that led doctors to discover a dangerous condition in his brain. He had a cyst that was blocking fluid and causing swelling, which could have led to a coma or even death. He had to undergo emergency surgery, which saved his life. This experience was especially emotional for him because it reminded him of Terry's illness. Years later, his health problems returned again. In 2025, he had multiple surgeries to remove a tumor and deal with cyst regrowth in his brain. These repeated health scares forced him to face fear again and again. Each time, he had to go through pain, recovery, and uncertainty. These experiences not only affected him physically but also emotionally, as they made him reflect on his life and the patterns he kept seeing. Despite everything, Tyler continued to move forward, showing strength even during the hardest moments. While dealing with personal struggles, Tyler also began building his career. As a teenager, he started offering private readings to people in his community. At first, it was a small effort, charging modest amounts and working with local clients. Over time, his reputation grew, and more people became interested in his abilities. He also spent time learning and improving his skills with the help of mentors. Initially, Tyler planned to become a hospice nurse because he wanted to help people who were near the end of their lives. However, his path changed when he was encouraged to explore opportunities in entertainment. He met people who recognized his unique abilities and helped him connect with larger audiences. One major turning point came when he met actress Sarah Paulson, who invited him to a gathering in Los Angeles. There, he impressed important people in the entertainment industry, which led to bigger opportunities. This moment marked the beginning of his journey into fame. Tyler's career quickly took off after that. He appeared on television and gained attention for his readings with celebrities. His big breakthrough came when he got his own show, where he visited famous people and gave them readings on camera. The show became very popular because of its emotional moments and the way Tyler connected with his clients. Viewers were fascinated by how he seemed to know personal details about people's lives. However, not everyone believed in his abilities. Some people supported him, while others were skeptical and believed his readings were based on observation and research rather than psychic powers. Despite this debate, his popularity continued to grow. He became one of the most well-known psychic mediums in the world. His success also extended beyond television, as he wrote books and went on tours, reaching even larger audiences. Through it all, Tyler remained a figure who sparked both belief and doubt, making his story even more interesting. Even with his success, Tyler faced strong criticism. Many skeptics argued that his readings were based on techniques like cold reading, where general statements are used to get reactions from people. Others believed that information could be gathered beforehand through research. Some of his readings were praised for being accurate, while others were criticized for missing important details. This mix of reactions kept the debate around him alive. At the same time, Tyler continued to explore his own family's mystery, especially after learning about his mother's kidnapping. He even tried to find answers using his abilities but was not always successful. This raised questions among critics about how his abilities worked. Despite all the doubts, Tyler's audience remained loyal. Many people found comfort in his readings, especially those who were dealing with grief. For them, the emotional connection mattered more than whether everything could be proven. In the end, Tyler Henry's story is not just about fame or psychic abilities. It is about a life filled with challenges, questions, and emotional moments that shaped who he became. From a shocking family secret to personal loss and serious health struggles, he has faced situations that would be difficult for anyone. At the same time, he built a career that brought him into the public eye and made him a topic of constant discussion. Whether people believe in his abilities or not, there is no doubt that his life story is powerful and deeply human. It shows how pain, love, fear, and hope can all exist together in one person's journey. Perhaps the most important question his story leaves us with is not whether he is right or wrong, but how someone can continue moving forward after facing so much. Another important part of Tyler Henry's story is how he deals with fame while carrying so much emotional weight inside him. Becoming famous at a young age is not easy for anyone, but for Tyler, it came with a unique kind of pressure. People did not just see him as a normal person, they saw him as someone who could give answers about life, death, and the unknown. This created very high expectations. Every time he sat down for a reading, people expected something meaningful, something accurate, and something emotional. That kind of pressure can be exhausting. Tyler has often shared that his work is not always easy because he feels the emotions of others very deeply. When he sits with someone who is grieving, he does not just listen to their story, he feels their pain. Over time, this can become mentally and emotionally draining. Despite this, he continues to do his work because he believes it helps people find peace. This balance between helping others and protecting his own mental health has become a big part of his life.